Previously in our love-hate relationship with comic culture.
With Quantum Mania, I felt like Scott Lang should have died. There had to be something in that movie to show me that Kang is somebody to fear. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
I thought he should have
died.
Yo, I'm Mickey Factz.
Y'all Tat Wizard.
I'm Pete Rock.
And this is our love-hate relationship with comic culture. It's all good. And this is our love-hate relationship with comic culture. I'm joined each and every week with these two fantastic brothers as we debate all things Marvel and DC comic culture. And today, I just kind of want to, set this thing off. I haven't seen my bros in a couple weeks, man. How was y'all day this week? How was y'all day today?
Good, man. Good day, man. Nice outside, What about you, Tat?
Today was lit. We here, we rocking.
No doubt.
Oh, we rocking like Pete. That's good. For me, I bought my wife some shoes today. They were pretty expensive. Didn't realize that these types of shoes would be that expensive. But they're really nice, and she apparently likes them a lot. So this works well for me in that space and in that capacity. Nice. I also ran a class with Ransom today at my school, Pendulum Inc.
Oh, nice.
Ransom did a fantastic job. We're looking to have Pete Rock pull up in August.
Yep.
For the producer class. Yep. So that's good. Pete, do you have anything that you want to, prep the people for that you got coming out soon?
Musically, I got something with Raekwon and Ghost.
Ooh.
I got my new joint I just finished with Smoke DZA. I got something coming with Dave East.
Nice.
And hopefully, I saw Jadakiss like a couple of days ago. So, I'm in D Block. You never know what's coming out of there. And 20. My artist Amir, Peace Beloved. And then my own normal stuff, instrumentals, and Soul Survivor 3.
Wow. Tom, he named all of these people, and he has yet to say Mickey Fax's name.
That he did, Mickey.
Breaks every time.
Who are you talking about?
You.
That's crazy.
And I cannot ever forget our project that we talked about doing together. So
at some point, it has to happen.
That's going down.
It got to go down. So look, man, let's just dive right into this thing. What are you guys' thoughts on Jonathan Majors, man? What is going on?
I think it was misconstrued, bro. I think the whole thing was misconstrued, and this whole thing was a distraction for the internet. And homeboy is innocent. I believe he is. And, he's standing on it. And I stand with him.
Look,
what do you think?
The lawyer has said there is evidence of complete, free, innocence, and I trust Jonathan Majors' acting, right? And I think that his passion that we've seen is honest, which makes me feel like he's an honest person. And his lawyer's been the one talking, which has to be how it is, right? And we know in this situation, it's said that, there was a... Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I stand with Jonathan Majors. I love him as an actor. I think he's incredible.
Yeah, it's too early in his career for this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and to pick off what Tat just said as well. Like, he's such a great actor, right? And I just can't see him throwing it away.
Yeah.
I made a quick joke online. I said this was one of his variants that's doing this. He's getting into, you know what I'm saying? But we all love Jonathan Majors. He actually made the phone call. He's the one who called 911, and he's the one who got arrested, which is insane to even consider.
You know what? It's not surprising, bro, to be honest.
So, but in that part, right, the lawyers stated they made the arrest because they had to make the arrest because a complaint was made, which is generally how it works. Of course, there's times when if someone knows this officer and that one gets called, then they figure out how to hush it. And they NYPD didn't do that in this instance, which could contribute to the overall like, well, nobody gave a fuck about Jonathan Majors in that instance, and they just were doing their job, right? Especially since who called the cops. Not who called the cops, but why the cops got called, who the
Right.
woman is in question, right? They may have said, well, she has to have justice. You know how they do. So they had to make that arrest, which, sounds like some cops didn't want to arrest and some did.
To me, I think he's innocent. I
Completely.
hope
Completely.
I hope he doesn't get recasted, right? Like I would love to see him as Kang, moving forward.
Continue.
I like to tease Tat and be like, "Yo, it's over, marvelous, crumbling." But
If
reality, I
Jonathan
don't
Maybe
want to
Majors,
Kang
see a
could.
brother like
if they recast Jonathan Majors, Marvel is definitely in trouble.
I agree. I agree.
Mm.
I hope they don't recast him. I hope they really don't recast him. Speaking of recast, we have had about 30 Batmans in the past 30 years. And they have just brung back Michael Keaton as the Flash. And I don't think we've spoken about this yet. And Michael Keaton
As the
is
Flash, you mean?
No,
You
that's what he
said
as
said by
Batman.
accident, but it
Batman.
means in the
yes.
Flash
As
trailer.
Batman.
But
Yeah,
can I
yeah.
say something? They didn't.
Yeah, go ahead.
They didn't just bring him back, right? They brought him back for this project that was leading into a bunch of other projects that are no longer happening as of right now.
Crazy.
It was crazy.
And
But why?
and he's
About why? Well, he's gone.
well, what's the name is leaving, right? The old DC space is gone. So now they got James Gunn, and he's
Well,
not
so is
keeping on a lot of the older stuff.
it's James Gunn that's doing.
Flash, no, Flash was already done before he got there.
Okay.
And what's interesting is I don't know if you knew this, Pete, but Michael Keaton is 71 years old
Well, he's aging pretty well.
to play Batman,
Yeah.
and they had him in the suit the entire time.
I know actors, they always complain. Every single actor that has to wear a suit, from Spidey to Superman, complain about how hot the suit is, how difficult it is to act and do things in it. I remember, watching Fantastic Four, like behind the scenes, and how Chiklis talked about wearing the Thing
Mm-hmm.
makeup, and he said it was incredibly hot inside.
I can believe that, and I think that's probably why they do a lot more CGI suits. It's easier for them to just kind of put the green screen golf
Yeah.
situations on their body, so they'll be able to kind of act. I guess it makes them a little bit freer.
Yeah.
But it looks like Michael Keaton put the suit back on, man, at
Mhm.
71 years old. That's insane, bro.
That's pretty dope. I mean, I want to see the action. I can't wait. That trailer got me so crazy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That movie looks good.
That got me so crazy, bro.
That movie looks good. Speaking of DC, I think I'm the only one here that actually went to see Shazam.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
So I walked out of Shazam. I was in New York. I had to shoot a music video, and in between the music video and the cipher that I had to do, I had about 4 hours to kill. So I went to go see Shazam, and I could not take it. I wanted to blow my. I walked out of Shazam, bro. I couldn't take it anymore. It was too silly for me. It was too silly. I didn't like it. It felt like a Marvel movie.
Yeah, yeah. And then I thought I saw The Rock saying how he was rejecting actors from the new Black Adam 2 and rejected Hawkman and what's his name?
He definitely rejected Hawkman from being in Shazam 2.
and
And
this
somebody,
and the Shazam character. This is it's they shouldn't do the jokey thing, man. I'm telling you, man. I told you, man. That shit is gonna
the
roll.
jokey thing is it's not. People are not liking it. It's because they already look silly in costumes. It's like, why we got to do? Here's my
Shazam
man
is a
go.
jokey comic, though.
Not really,
Shazam is a
man.
10-year-old boy that
You ain't gotta be
transforms.
dead serious, but you know, like it could they could even the plane, bro. When it comes to him, but they don't. It's too jokey.
Tat is a Marvel attorney.
You know what?
He's a
70s
I
Shazam
wish I was an attorney.
was less jokey than the new movie, bro.
Johnnie Tatrun. That's Tat's name. He's Johnnie Tatrun. He wants to be a Marvel Cinematic Universe attorney. He rolled in like Professor X and was like, it's everybody's funny.
Is
It's a
that what I
funny
said? How'd I
character.
say it? Say it again. Say it again. Do it again.
He's just a fan of that funny shit. I don't rock with
I
that.
like jokes. I like jokes because without jokes, if you're serious all the time, you're gonna have a heart
No,
attack
no,
or kill
no,
somebody. Which I've
no, no,
lived
To
that
no,
get a
life
good
in the
point,
street.
you
I'd
no,
gotta
rather have
no,
jokes than violence.
no, no. But I like Spider Man. Like I thought that was the end of it though. But when you got everybody joking, like, come on, Thor.
why
Like
is
Thor is like
character
God of Thunder.
It's
He's
not
supposed to be.
about the comics. It's about movies and entertainment. And you have to, if you're gonna reach outside of your base in order to make that money.
Come on, man. You got Hulk clowning in Thor. You got him clowning in
So
the
you know what's gonna
Avengers.
happen when y'all finally laugh at a joke? Your face gonna crack.
No, that's
No,
not
it's
true.
not.
It's
It
not true.
is.
I've been watching a lot of exposés on Phase 4 and the beginning of Phase 5. And I'm finding a lot of what these people are saying to be extremely, extremely interesting, right?
Extremely
And
what?
how interesting. I'm finding it to be interesting, right? Like I don't have a horse in the race, right? I like what I like and it is what it is. But what I'm starting to see from people's opinions about what's happening in phase 4 and phase 5, people are very angry.
Mm.
People are saying a lot of different things about a lot of what's going on. And I know that you like to champion MCU Tat, right? Like you're like a MCU, like this guy is you're the guy, right?
Mhm.
And you said to Pete a couple of times, well, if the movie's bad, then how come, Thor made almost $1 billion? Well, Ant-Man
No,
doing good? I don't
Ant Man is not in a good space. Honestly,
okay.
I don't have like a cheer for it or anything. I thought the movie was good in the sense that it did what an Ant-Man movie should do, but I think the expectations of what Kang should have been overshadowed that for a lot of people. Even though, and I think Jonathan Majors gave us an incredible fucking performance, but that's still overshadowed versus what was wanted. And I think because of the backlash of what people liked and didn't like, even in Thor, that they decided to not go to the movies for that, for Ant-Man, and so it didn't show up. And yes, they are going to do some redirecting, which leads us to an interesting thing that we need to talk about is the firing of Victoria Alonzo at Marvel
Mm.
Studios because she is the
That's
one
Okay.
that has
horrible.
been in charge with special effects as well as a lot of the inclusion stuff. And the reason that they said that she was fired was because that she did outside Disney movie called Argentina 1985. She did this a couple years ago. They allowed it to happen. They said they rewrote a new contract, said that was grandfathered in of doing some outside stuff, but moving forward, nothing else. No promo, no nothing. Now, mind you, she did the movie like 2018, 2019, something like that, but they just started putting the movie out. So she fucked around and went and did some promo for it. And they said, you know what? We've been having issues and there's been
Anyway,
pushback and there's things that's saying that she's caused some bad energy on productions and things like that, so they use this excuse, and I do say it's an excuse because come on, it's not that big a deal, right? She's brought in a lot of money because she's the one that helped Feige. She's like number two to Feige build a
Right.
lot of
He's like
what's been
right
going
hand.
on. but she's
Right.
also responsible for a lot of the stuff you guys don't like, even though it doesn't bother me like that. But I'll take the movie this way or that way. That's where my fandom is, right? But regardless, she's the one that's out. So it might lead to you guys having the dream movies that you want.
Well,
Listen, you know,
yeah, okay.
I like to base stuff off of backstories. I know I'm old school and everything like that, but I'm saying mix in new with old. Why not? That's all.
I agree. For me, I want a good story, and I just don't feel like I've been getting good stories,
No,
right?
not.
And like I've been watching, while I cook and while I clean, I like to watch exposés on Marvel, right? And the fans are saying a lot of different things about how it's too many jokes and certain characters. There's this one guy that I've been watching. He's really good because he goes and breaks the comics down, and he's like, "Listen, some of these characters
Who?
should tell jokes, huh?"
Who is it?
It's a new,
New
it's
guy.
a new guy, and he's really good. He destroyed She-Hulk. He's like, She-Hulk is such a great character, and like it
Could have
was
been a
just
great series, and they
she didn't really have like a good. There was no like there wasn't a good villain, and it was just all over the place. She attacked
it was some
internet trolls. It was just like, what are you
it
what are
was
you
some clown
doing?
shit, man. And they
This
too much
isn't-
wanting to be into the new day and age type shit, and it ain't
And even,
working. It ain't working. It don't work.
I mean, and I'm hearing the rumors about what Daredevil is going to be. Right, it's going to be season 4. Right, they're adding allegedly they're going to add Spider-Man. They're going to add Punisher. Right, like,
Spider-Man,
and
Punisher, yeah.
you don't think they're going to add Spider-Man, or is no?
No, it's a
I mean, for me,
thing. That's why.
Because that's a
yeah.
Sony thing, and they Tom got to re-up his contract. So no, they're not
Yeah.
adding.
I thought he read up this
No, he
contract
got
already. I thought he's
he
good.
had read
That
up his
would be
contract until far No Way Home, and now he's got to redo more.
that
Oh,
would
I
be
see.
very very ideal though to do.
It'd be
If
fire.
I mean, I'm not mad at it.
It'd be fire if you brought all the
They're all in
Manhattan
New
heroes
York.
together.
But I like
Yeah.
Punisher. Or I like to see. I saw that and I read that, so I
That's
like to
happening.
see Punisher
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm
and
kind
the
of.
same actor who plays Punisher.
John Berthno.
I mean,
Yes.
John Barrow. I mean, listen, Victoria getting fired. It is what it is. Bye. Good riddance. I mean, if it's gonna make the product and the content better, I'm all for it. Now, Perlmutter, he
Man.
was another guy that had to go.
So,
Yeah.
all right, y'all know the backstory or history of Perlmutter, right? Like he is the one that got them to sell to Disney. So he was a bit of a hero for a bit, right? But he then
Mhm.
started bumping heads with Feige, and they said the story is 2015. He was trying to get Feige fired. And that's when Iger stepped in and was like, "Nah, I can't do that." And then they took Perlmutter off of off of Marvel Studios and put him in Marvel Entertainment, and he's been overseeing the toys and things like that. But he recently fucked up because he was trying to bring this other dude in, Putz or something like that, into the Disney board so he could have leverage on how and back Bob Chapek, and how that was working, right? And so he was trying to do all that, but then Disney found out and was like, "That's not the way we want to go, bruh." That's when they brought in Iger back, right? And that's when they kicked Chapek out and they cut a lot of what they're doing with Disney Plus. They cut, which I do think would have been a good project down the road, but they cut the metaverse stuff that they were working on and they moved forward, right? So now they're getting to Perlmutter like, "Yo, we remember when you tried to kind of backdoor us, so we're gonna go ahead and just fully get you the fuck out of here."
X.
Mm. Wow,
Damn. How do
that's
you know
crazy.
all of this stuff, Tat?
I
Tap.
really dig.
You're right.
I run
Okay.
so shout out to This World's Such a Marvel in Clubhouse. Shout to the Nerdland crew in Clubhouse. We meet once a week faithfully on Saturdays. You guys are more than welcome to come at any time. We dig through all the
Yo.
news. We are in a Discord. You can find the link in my bio. Come through and join anybody. We talk about this shit daily. Not just Marvel stuff, though, to be honest. We watch all the nerd content and we watch all of the hot shit that's on TV. So we got a bunch of different threads in Discord talking about all this shit all the time.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Now, I don't know if you've heard this news, Tat, but Deadline has reported that Clayface will be the villain of the Batman 2.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all.
Wow.
Especially the way they did Batman, the Batman one. I think they're gonna do an incredible job. And
He's
Clayface
like
is
a big
awesome
Clay.
in the Batman. What do you say, Pete?
Yes. So
No, I was just saying something about his form, Clayface's form.
Yeah.
it's gonna be. Let's see what they do with that.
Who's the actor though?
I don't know.
That's
No
key,
actor yet, they
because
just-
Clayface is an actor that trying to get one up on other actors, uses this cream that fucks his shit up, and goes from there.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
It'll be good though, because I really liked this first one. I mean, not first, but
Person too.
Robert Pattinson I thought was gonna be whack. I really
Yeah.
ended up liking it.
So Tom, let's take a question from one of our loyal fans that listen to the podcast, and we need everybody to listen to the podcast and make sure to share it with your peoples. Tom, it's good to see you, brother.
Always a pleasure to see you, fellas. Always a pleasure. All right, we got two things here. First, we got to give out a shout out to Lou the Pilgrim. You guys know who Lou the Pilgrim is?
Nope.
No.
Well, Mickey, you should, because his profile picture looks an awful lot like you. So you should check it out. He sent over a very funny Batman rap from a guy I think you guys know, Ace Vane. Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Ace
Shout out to Ace Vane.
Oh, Ace Vane.
Very funny guy.
Yes. So he it reminded him of our conversation about The Dark Knight, and he just wanted to say he loves the show. So thank you, Lou.
Thank you.
And I did enjoy the Batman rap from Ace.
Yeah.
All right, we got a question from Flip Knox. Flip,
Shout to
a
Flip.
lot of people. Shout out to Flip.
Peace, Flip.
A lot of people are accusing the business merger at Warner Brothers for being the reason why the fully made Batgirl film has not been released. Is there any validity to this news? And he says it sucks because I wanted to see what Vincent D'Onofrio was going to do as the Firefly. And I'm not going to lie, I was loving the Batgirl suit. That's Flip Knox.
Oh.
What do you guys think of that?
I had no idea Vincent was going to be Firefly.
I didn't know that
Me neither.
Vincent was going to be Firefly either, but I do think that it is actually super valid that HBO bodied the Batgirl because they wanted to save some money. They spent, I believe, $90 million on it, and they ended up saving like $3 million. But their goal was to try to get to $3 billion. So it just, is something that's stupid and went awry.
And
You
then
don't think it'll ever come back?
Well, here's the.
No.
Hold on.
I heard,
Sorry,
Vincent-
guys. We choose to record when I have some work to do, so that's why I'm in and out. Apologies to everybody, but I don't think it'll come back because that's part of the deal of them debting it to collect the taxes is that it can never come back.
So we'll never see that movie.
Allegedly. I mean, they may figure out some way to do some reshoots, call it a new production, and keep it moving. I don't know.
Pete, don't you know people? Can't you get us a copy of that?
No. I had no idea about Vincent, and then hearing all of this stuff that he's going to be in as the Kingpin. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm,
My thing is though, like
it's-
Vincent he's not a overly sized dude like Kingpin in real life, but he's also not like super in shape. And Firefly is like this terrorist that runs around throwing bombs and shit at people and blowing shit up. that
Yeah,
seems
yeah.
a little bit more, in shape. So I'm not sure how that feels.
I like him as Kingpin though. It's like the
He's
bald head, and he looks
killing it,
like Kingpin.
killing
He
it.
got the face and the head.
He's kind of a big dude.
He's
But
a
Kingpin
great.
in
He's a
the
big guy,
comics and
just
in the
not over.
cartoons. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
like 400 or 500 pounds, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Kingpin's
Yeah.
big, but he's also a
I don't
great chin in Godfather of Harlem. If you haven't watched that, please watch it. It's
Yes, come on, bro.
extraordinary.
Come on, man.
It's one of those. It's one of those.
I'm gonna watch the finale tonight, God willing.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'll get a
Brace
chance to
yourself.
check it out.
Brace yourself.
Oh man, okay. All right. Well, listen, man, that's our show for tonight.
Hold on,
Follow
just-
our love.
Just want to shout out Star Wars. They've been killing it. If you haven't checked out Andor, that's a must. If you haven't checked out
Okay.
The Bad Batch, for those that fucked with Rebels or Clone Wars, that's a must. And this new
Okay.
season of The Mandalorian is top tier TV.
Really?
Mm.
I haven't really watched.
And
Same.
look, y'all know I'm a Marvel head. They're destroying Marvel right now.
Wow.
Well, that's endearing.
Well, that's where the action at. Take me where the action is.
I'm not really a Star Wars fan.
What?
But
Wait,
you know,
what?
I'm not really
What?
a Star Wars fan. I'm not a Star Wars fan. You need me to say it again?
What?
All right. We could start a new podcast. My hate relationship with Star Wars.
You
What's
hate
poppin'?
it? You hate Star Wars?
Toys, bro. When I was young, I had them toys, man.
I don't hate it. I just don't. I'm just indifferent. I don't really.
At
it's not
Battlestar Galactica and
Where did
Star
you-
Wars.
Where did you grow up?
Man, I grew up in the Bronx. You heard? Shut
In
up.
a-
Man.
in
I ain't watching Star Wars.
In a
What bag
cardboard
grew up?
box?
We was outside creating hip hop. B. We wasn't doing that Star Wars thing. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Relax, B.
What?
Relax. Anyway, that's our show. Follow our love relationship.
Fanatic, but I do like Star Wars, and I do like Battlestar Galactica, and I do like Buck Rogers.
Buck Rogers is
And-
fire. Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah,
Did you watch the new Battlestar Galactica that came out in the 2010 in the 2000s?
Not yet.
You watch
Oh.
it. Good show.
Okay.
I'm not.
Pete,
Not really
Mickey's
a
trying to
Battlestar
wrap
Galactica.
up, but since y'all was talking and I had to work, I'm still going.
Oh, okay. It's all good. We could talk till it's over,
I mean-
over.
I mean, listen, man. That's our show for the third time.
Mm.
Our love-hate relationship. Follow us. You know, send us your thoughts through Instagram, Comic Culture Podcast. Let us know what you think of the show. And please subscribe on Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts.
My
Leave
next
us a
one tonight.
Leave us a rating on Apple and spread the word. Spread the word. Spread the word. Spread the word. Spread the word, comic fans. Until next week, I am Mickey Factz.
I am the Chalk Boy Wonder Pete Rock.
I'm Tat Wizard.
And we will see you next week. Excelsior.
Our love-hate relationship with comic culture is produced by Spaceman World Media. Follow the show on Insta at Comic Culture Podcast.